It's April 1st today, everyone's doing jokes. Let's actually upload this joke of a tournament. First up is Whoopsie AUTTP. Oh yeah, I did a countdown sound. I forgot. Anyways, here he is. By the way, this happened ages ago. I take absolutely zero responsibility for any of these names being correct anymore. Yeah, he's on a rope. Yeah, shrinking steps. They've got a rope now, and that steps and they're shrinking. Next one is the 4-ring adventure. It's rings, and he failed. Great. I got that as well. Epic, isn't it? So yeah, you all can tell what is the inspiration for 4-ring adventure. It's just I turned into 4 rings instead of 3. Next up is DJ_Fate, the second competitor, now in the start line, waiting for the signal. There it is. And here he goes, onto the shrinking steps, taking the first, second, third step into the rope. The very, very fascinating rope. And, oh, I almost missed, but here he is on the dismount, now to the 4-ring adventure once again. And he can't do it, no. It's not that difficult, okay? It's one head hider. Next one is, well, how do you pronounce this? Bibonomics? Bibonomics? Something like that. He's a bacon. I like bacon. Through the shrinking steps onto the 4-ring adventure. Can he be the first one to complete it? Looks like it. Final ring and the dismount. Amazing. Never thought I'd see this day. Kanzando or something like that. Yeah, four poles. That's it. And there's a split decision. I forgot I made a split decision. Right. He's taken the easy part, which is the jumping spider. There's a hard path, which gives you like 10 seconds extra time on stage 2, and it's shorter. So yeah, jumping spider is like double the length of before, and it has a moving part, and yeah, innovation and stuff. He's now on the last part, and he fails. Unfortunate. Best one we saw so far. Oh well. Next one, XX Giant X Arlo XX. I love these names. I really do. You know what else I love? This beeping at the start. It sounds amazing. Best beeping I've ever heard. Actually, I might have heard a better beeping. I don't know. I'm not an expert when it comes to beeping, but I like it. Onto the 4-ring adventure. Second competitor through, looks like. Third obstacle, Kenzando. First pole, second pole, I don't know what to say about this. Third pole, and nope. Here's the next one, being No Ling and N. Also on the Kenzando, and fails as well. Next competitor, Master 402. Who was this again? I remember. I think he was like some kid I met. Or am I mixing things up? I don't know. But he's through the shrinking steps onto the 4-ring adventure, taking the swinging ring and the jump up on the stable ring, and after the second swing. And here comes the slide moving ring thing. I don't know. Down to Kenzando. 2 people failed already. But he has made it through. Well done. Now onto the split decision, starting with the corner lock. That is a lot harder, obviously. And fails, unfortunate. At least our first brave warrior to try the hard path. Where's my spreadsheet? There's my spreadsheet. Next one is Ogstashi. Compete before. I don't know when or how he did, but he did before. That's something to know. And he's off, comparing number 7 on the shrinking steps, taking the amazing rope, and failed the shrinking step. Okay. Next one, we're ignoring that. Tornado Ninja 22, comparing number 8 on the start line. Looks to be a mobile player, judging by the way he's moving. And here he goes onto the shrinking steps. Third step and the rope. This is a very boring obstacle to commentate. And we're going to ignore that one as well. Next is Wolfman Fire 8. Some guy. Just like pretty much everyone in this tournament, I don't know most of these people. Then again, I'm not good with names, so like, maybe I've met them 1,000 times before and I just don't remember the name. Could be. It's a possibility. It always is. Onto the four-ring adventure. He's made it through the shrinking steps. That's incredible. He's very laggy. Very, very laggy. Oh. Yeah, Okay. I think I wanted to give him a rerun, but there was something. Anyways, next up, Cards D. Yeah. 10th competitor of the tournament. What was... Oh, right. Yeah, he failed the jumping spider every single tournament. It's incredible. Jumping spider has been in every single tournament. I don't even like it that much. But yet I've just always kept rebuilding it. Well, we've got a new one this time. Let's see if we can fail it again. Almost through the four-ring adventure. A bit laggy there, but no issue. Now to the Kenzando. Third jump and another pole. And here comes the split decision. He could avoid the jumping spider if he wants, but he does not. He goes straight for it. He's made it further in last tournament, I think. I can't remember actually. Yeah, but he's moving through the jumping spider. Last tournament this would have been the end of it, now it's not. Here's the moving part. Doing well so far. And the downwards part. We saw someone fail earlier, forgot who. But he's about to dismount, and Cards D has for the first time conquered the jumping spider and is now onto the warp wall. Yeah, there's some weird script with the warp wall that everyone hated and I hated, but I kept it, so yeah, whatever. Good old trust me, the rugby trap moved it back because I didn't want everyone failing the third obstacle again. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch last tournament. And he's through. Someone pinged me, whatever. Oh, it's him. He actually messaged me. Funny. Onto the padlock, final obstacle. Could he make it through? He's swinging on the last padlock. Oh, he's fallen, unfortunate. Well, 3.5 seconds on the clock. I don't think he would have made it in time. Oh well. Next up, number 11, who's this? It's Vixby, it's on the screen. I'm just too busy looking at the spreadsheet. Yeah, it's Vixby, yes. I think there was 3 of them, but apparently they were all different people who renamed themselves to be funny. I don't know. Onto four-ring adventure. Here into the second ring. Ring, not wing. It's a ring. Now Kenzando. Moving through the what are they called? Anyways, he's moving through. Taking the jumping spider. Going at quite a decent pace so far. If he fails, it's not to the speed. I can say that much. Yeah, moving down the jumping spider now and made it through onto the warp wall that everybody hates, including myself. He's made it in one try, sitting at the top for some reason, because, yeah, I know why, but whatever. Rugby trap. Slowly. Like, people learned since last tournament, they actually know the timing now, and it's really not that difficult. They just, you just had to take a look at it for 5 seconds to get it. Whatever, now onto the padlock, 22 seconds left, and he got the jump, and here comes the dismount, and we've got our first clear. That means if we actually touch the clear pad, come on, there he goes. Yeah, I didn't even bother commentating that run. Anyways, here's Nest Ninja 5, made it through the jumping spider and is now onto the warp wall, gets up in one. Well done, 40 seconds left on the clock, 2 obstacles to go, looking very good on the time. First up, the rugby trap. Made it through the first part, here comes the second, and that's a clear of the rugby trap. Now once again, onto padlock, third time seeing this today. Swinging on the first thing, made it. Now the second thing, this is the hardest jump by far. We saw Card failed earlier, but the Nest does not, and he's through. Well, next up is Takakun555, number 16, now on the start line, and here comes the go signal. He's taking his time to start, but he's off now. Taking a slow approach on the shrinking steps, don't want to fail these. Onto the second part, well done. Now onto the next obstacle, the 4-ring adventure. Already saw a couple of people going out here. Let's see how Takakun performs. Oh no! He's the next victim to the 4-ring adventure. Next up, Slovak Jamie was trying his luck and completed the 4-ring adventure, following up as Kanzando as we've seen before. He's going through slowly but surely, no issue. And now onto the jumping spider, neglecting the difficult part. Only seen that attempted once and failed once, but Jamie's doing pretty well through the jumping spider so far. Here comes the moving part. Just get it timed right, not that difficult. Now the Dawn Watch part, we saw someone fail it earlier, but Jamie has made it through and is now onto the warp wall. 36 seconds on the clock should be enough. He's going down, and here comes the infamous rugby trap. Absolute ninja killer last season, and it takes out its first victim this season. Next up is Spencewater234. Yeah, could have been a little bit more creative with your numbers than 234. Everyone can do that. Anyways, onto the shrinking steps. Taking jump by jump, taking a sideways jump approach. Interesting. Most people we've seen so far did forwards. I think I didn't really pay attention to it. But whatever, he's on to 4-ring adventure. Did that header up. Here comes the second hit hitter. Well done. The sliding ring. What's up with his animations? He has no animations. Interesting. Why have animations if you can have no animations? Now onto the jumping spider. The other path doesn't seem to be that popular so far. Everyone's going for the jumping spider mostly. And Spencewater's rushing through, just taking no breaks, and that seems to be a good idea because he made it through. 50 seconds on the clock. He can chill. He's got all the time in the world to complete the last two obstacles. Here comes the rugby trap. We just saw Jamie fail it. Spence has already made it onto the second part and is now through and onto the padlock. Tough obstacle, 3 attempts, 2 clears so far. Let's see how Spence can do. He's onto the second padlock ring thing, circle thingy, and he's swinging slowly, and he jumps and he misses the third ring. Unfortunate. And with that, Spencewater is out on the padlock. Next up was Jake GR1614 onto the padlock. Not padlock. Kanzando. This is Kanzando, yeah. Has made it through and split decision once again, and once again the jumping spider. And he fails the mount onto the jumping spider. Unfortunate. Next up is Big underscore fish 2007, want to be exact with the names, can't skip the underscore here. Let's see if he can finally end the 4-ring adventure fail streak, that's the word. I can't speak, in case you couldn't tell. He's got a tail, and that tail does not hinder him in the shrinking steps, it looks like, because he's made it through and is now onto the penultimate challenge, but it's the 4-ring adventure. And he has made it on the last ring and dismounted, and finally we see the Kanzando again. I totally forgot that the course after the 4-ring adventure existed. I forgot so hard that I forgot to speak as well, how to speak as well. Maybe I just shouldn't speak, that would make this a lot easier, not gonna lie. Yeah. What do you think of that? Just no commentary. Would be a lot more chill for me. Anyways, Big Fish 2007 onto Rugby Trap. I keep forgetting the names of these obstacles. It's bad. Anyways, padlock. Let's see. We have a... I don't know what exactly the fairway is, but I think it's pretty even. Yeah, I think it's 50-50 even. Let's see if Big Fish can make it through and become our third clear of the tournament. He's now onto the second ring. This is the jump everyone fails. This is the break or make, and he falls as well. And that's another one out on the padlock. Kitty Happy 54, Coolie Kid Will 2, Viking Roblox _YT. Kanzando is not an easy obstacle, 5 jumps and many fail it. Now on the start line is Wolfiak 3T, who doesn't even make it to the Kanzando, he just fails the shrinking steps. Followed up by Andrico 23, all the way to padlock, good performance, doing pretty well. Onto the second padlock now. Can he be the third person to clear it? No, he can't, but he was so close. Next up is It's Me Ninja 005. Number 33. Where are we? 33 and runs in. Wow, okay. Feels like I've just done like 10. Actually, it feels like I've done 2000 already and it's only 33. That's kind of disappointing, but whatever. You can start. There you go. Onto the shrinking steps, not taking too many breaks. You don't have to take breaks if you're comfortable with the obstacle. It's as simple as that. And it's timed, of course, so you won't have to worry about that either if you don't take breaks. Drink falls off. Interesting. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. It's Me Ninja 5. Yeah, I'll skip the zeros and just call it 5. Onto the jumping spider. Almost through the jumping spider. Here comes the downward path. Someone failed earlier, or I forgot who that was, but It's Me Ninja 5's made it through up the warp wall. Takes 2-3 jumps, but has made it through. The slide down thing should have activated there, but it didn't, but I don't care. Rugby Trip jumped last second, he almost failed that, he almost dropped down there, but he's made it through. Now onto the padlock. Another one on the padlock. Can we finally see it clear again, or will we see another fail on this very jump right here? It's Me Ninja 5 taking the swings, and here he goes. And he jumps, and he's made it through, and we are about to see another clear. And with that, we have officially broken the clear rate of the last tournament. Incredible, we've got more than 2 clears this time. I love having more than 2 clears. Now on the start line is Lacking Links. Can he follow up It's Me Ninja's performance and clear as well, or will he fall down on the course? Let's see. He has made it through the first set of the shrinking steps, transitioned through the rope, and is now through the shrinking steps altogether onto the second obstacle, the 4-ring adventure. And oh no, he hits his head and falls off. Next up on the start line is Brando _4433. Interesting name. Not really interesting, it's a very generic name actually. But I like saying like that, 4433. I don't know why, it's just fun somehow. Something about saying 4433 in that way is just really fun. Yeah, he's through the first obstacle. In case you couldn't tell, I just really don't know how to commentate these first like 2 obstacles anymore. I've did it so many times by now. But Brando's through them, and now onto the third obstacle, Kanzando, jumping forwards, risky strategy, but it seems to work out. And onto the next obstacle, looked like he was gonna take the corner lock there for a second, but he decided for the jumping spider after all. He's slowly jumping through, and he fails because I don't know what happened there, but he just couldn't catch on the ledge. Next up, SL_G5. On the start line, waiting for the go signal, and here it comes. And they are off onto the shrinking steps. Here comes the rope. Same thing as with every single run, except not every run made it through. This run made it through, however. Yeah, I'm great with commentary and all. Kanzando, next obstacle. Well done, just 4 steps through, and onto the jumping spider, taking the easier path as well. very relatable because the other path is very hard because well, it's meant to be hard, but it's also shorter and gives you, I don't know if I said that yet actually, but it gives you 10 extra seconds on the time limit on stage 2, which the time limit is tight, so you can use those if you make it. It'd be very useful. Anyways, SL_G5 is now making their way through the rugby trap, and successfully at that, and now onto the padlock. Swinging on the first padlock, the first one isn't that hard, but it slips off, oh no! Next up, ZackGamer_XYT is facing the wrong way. The course is the other way, sir. Yeah, that way. Yeah, come on. Yeah, alright. Onto the rope now, which this is a little unstable, and jumps too late and misses the next platform. Next up, K-Fly 100. 38 runs in already. Why do I have to make these sequences at the start platform so long? Because I don't have to say anything for these people, like really nothing at all. Ooh, almost slips off there, but saved it with an extra jump, and has made it through the shrinking steps onto the second obstacle. Made the first head hitter, and here comes the second one. Well done, dismounts, no problem for K-Fly. Now onto Kanzando. Taking a sideways strategy like we've seen for most people on this obstacle so far. It seems to work out. Almost slips off into the water, jumps very late in the trampoline, but just about made it. Is now going through the jumping spider at a good pace, a very good pace for that matter. 46 seconds left on the clock. Onto wall up in 1, doing pretty well so far. K-Fly 100 with an amazing performance. Now onto the rugby trap. Takes the jump to the second rugby trap with no trouble, and is now onto the padlock. 31 seconds on the clock. This should most definitely be enough to clear. Taking a few extra swings on the first one, almost too many, almost slips off, but just jumps last second. Is now onto the second padlock, swinging side to side, and takes the boost onto the final padlock, taking an extra spin. Pretty much a flawless strategy on this obstacle. Next up is Jamie DeRino. We're pretty far through, only 11 more runs to go after this one. We've just seen it clear. Let's see if we can see another one. All I know is I've seen Jamie practice a lot on this course. Let's see if that pays off. Now onto Kanzando. Taking the safety jumps, good strategy. Safety jumps is never a bad idea. And we're seeing the second person on the hard path. Now onto the corner lock. Here it goes. Takes the jump and makes it through. And the dismount, perfect. Now onto the fishbone. This is everything but easy. This is hard pattern to go through. Here the direction shift, but has made it through. Only a few more jumps to go. Jumping around the pillars, and good, perfect timing, and Jamie DeRino is the first person to clear the hard path. Next up is Slow But Perfecto, a returning competitor who has competed ever since Tournament 2, where he actually cleared the first stage, and that's all we've seen of him so far, at least when it comes to success. I'm not sure, but if I remember correctly, he failed the domino pipes last tournament, which was like the second to last obstacle, so still a pretty decent. Oh, he skips a ring, interesting. We haven't seen that so far, but very, very cool strategy. Looks fun. I don't know. I never said it wasn't allowed, so it's allowed. Taking a slow approach through Kanzando, but did that, and is now onto the jumping spider, jumping sideways, and got the hang of it. Is now moving through. Here comes the moving part. He jumps on the upwards motion. Interesting. I don't think anyone's done that so far. Bit risky, but why not? We've seen some strategic innovation out of Slow but Perfecto. Oh, he almost slips off on the latch, but he managed to recover and is through a jumping spider. Tries to get up the warp wall, takes another try, and here he is. He did it, he made it, he's up the wall and is now into the rugby trap. Taken slowly. He's one of the not too many competitors who completed this obstacle last tournament. He completes again and is now onto the padlock. He got a redo, I don't remember why, but he got one. It's been ages since I hosted this, okay, don't blame me. And oh, a bit lag and he slips off. Oh! And Slow but Perfecto does not get his second stage 1 clear. Next up is Shadows_Dev, who has competed since the very first tournament, I think. Yeah, he hasn't missed a single one if I remember correctly. I'm not sure, I don't have any notes on the first tournament. I have notes on the other ones, though he definitely competed on those. But he never cleared anything. I think he did pretty well last tournament, which isn't hard because only 2 people cleared the first stage. But yeah, he's back for the 4th time, and he slips off the cans and dough, just doesn't jump far enough. Following that performance is Sashikev, a veteran to this competition who has cleared stage 2 before in both the first and second tournament, I believe, and in both he failed it. Now here's the go signal and he's now off, taking a slow approach. Last tournament he had an unfortunate fail on some obstacle, I don't know. I can look that up real quick unless... I'll look at that later. No! He hits his head and is out again. Next up is Robotic Pie. Let's play the stage 2 in the second tournament. We're on to the last few competitors now. Onto the veterans and all-stars basically. Robotic is one of those veterans. Has been here since the very beginning of the tournament, of the competition. I mean, not this tournament. He's been here since the beginning of this tournament as well, but he's been here since the beginning of the entire competition for that fact, which is like 4 or 5 years now, I'm not sure. Anyways, he's off onto 4-ring adventure, taking the swinging rings, moving through well and nicely. He wasted a lot of time at the start line there. I don't know what his plan was, but he's gonna have to hurry up a little. He's now onto the jumping spider. Time is not gonna be... the time limit is somewhat friendly, I'd say. It's not easy, but not hard either. It's gonna be hard for him because of how long he waited at the start line before he actually... when the time was going through all of that. And Wall was saying that he made it through the majority of the course, now 2 obstacles away with plenty of time left actually, so forget whatever I was just saying, he's doing well. Onto the rugby trap, in fact almost through the rugby trap, dismounts, and here comes the padlock. We've seen so many people go out on this. Let's see if Robotic can make it through. 23 seconds, he should be good if he doesn't fail. Jumps quite quickly, not wasting a lot of time, and now onto the hard jump. If he can make this one, it's pretty much guaranteed clear, and he can, and he's about to make it. Just one jump and Robotic is through. Next up is Cyrus08 UK. He first competed in the second tournament where he made it all the way to stage 3, becoming the last mobile player standing. Last tournament he did absolutely awful. Let's see if he can redeem himself this time. He's off onto the shrinking steps, got the rope, and is now onto the second part, and he fails. That was bad. Alright, it's slowly starting to get dark. We're getting ready for the second stage. Only 3 people to go, starting with Techmaster11, who made it to stage 3 last tournament. I don't know where in stage 3, but he made it there. I think... yeah, no, I can't remember, sorry. Yeah, almost through the shrinking steps now. I just realized that's it's a bit too dark, but that'll be fine. I think it's okay, I think you can see what's going on. He's through the rings, the sliding ring falls off. That's the second time we saw that today. Interesting. I don't know why, and I'm not gonna figure it out. It looks like he's going for the corner lock, the hard path. Interesting. He jumps and makes it onto the lock, dismounts, and here comes the fish bone. If he can make it through, he of course clears, and he's rushing through. I'm guessing he started this pattern a lot, and he made it through. Wow, that was fast. Next up is Rich_Squiggs, an all-star who's yet looking to repeat his performance from the first tournament, where he was only 2 obstacles away from a face-off with the tower at the end, becoming second place. Last tournament he has gotten for the second time last mobile standing by being the only mobile player to make it to the first obstacle on stage 2. Stage 1. Stage 1, there were no mobile players on stage 2. Let's see if we can get back to stage 2 this time. He's been looking forward to doing that for a long time. He practiced a lot, and I mean a lot. Yeah, let's see if that pays off and he can make it through. Again, he's moving through the jumping spider at a pretty decent pace. Taking an extra rotation there, not risking to miss the jump, but he's made it through onto the warped wall. Takes more than one attempt to get up, which is fine. 2 obstacles to go. One of which has to be proven very deadly today. Yeah, moving through the rugby trap, made it through quite nicely. Now onto the padlock. This is do or die. If he can make it, he clears. If he fails, which can very well happen, it's not an easy obstacle. He's now onto the second padlock, swinging left to right, and he's about to jump, and he takes the jump, and he makes it, and he's about to clear, and Rich is through. And we are down onto the last man, the one who has defeated the tower that anyone else is yet to face, the man who's been through it all. Here comes Exotic Miller. And he's off on the course, by far the best history on this competition out of anyone. Complete finals, complete all 4 stages in Tournament 1, 4th place in Tournament 2, making it all the way to somewhere on stage 3 in a way. The cliffhanger, right. The cliffhanger he made in Tournament 2 is the one he failed. Jamie Dorino and Tech made it through the hard path so far. Exotic is looking to be the 3rd, it seems, and I have absolutely no doubt that he can do that. He's refreshing the fishbone, maybe got the wrong pattern or something, or was laggy, I don't know. It's now onto the last 2, he's jumping around. I can barely keep up the commentary. Exotic clears. We're done playing games now, it's time to get started for real. 5 obstacles, a time limit that is no joke, and 9 competitors left to face it. We're going slowest to fastest clear, starting us off with the slowest clear in stage 1 is K-Fly 100, now off onto the domino pipe stairs, has made it through us onto the second obstacle, the wind chimes. The time is ticking and K-Fly slips off. Unfortunate. Next up is our all-star Rich_Squiggs, who is looking to get a second last mobile standing, except he isn't the only one in stage 2 this time. He's made through the domino's pipe stairs and onto the wind chimes, swinging with a nice strategy, perfect. Onto the 3rd obstacle, Codebreaker, press the numbers as fast as you can, simple as that. Has made it through the final jump and is now coming up on the other side. 2 obstacles left to go, 30 seconds, but these obstacles are lengthy, starting off with the paraglider. They have to swing, press the button, with that the bar being raised, now they have to swing onto a double dipper. Which is up, 20 seconds left, transitions to the second dipper, and if he can dismount, which he can, he's only left with the salmon ladder. These are 5 jumps. He takes the first jump, makes it, second jump, makes it, third jumps, and slips off and reaches out. What a performance, almost a clear. Next up, Robotic Pie. He has not yet made it to stage 3 in Timba Roblox Ninja Warrior, and he is looking to change that. Taking 2 swings on the first wind chime, just the same for the other. It seems to be a strategy. I hope that doesn't come back to hurt him. As long as he is fast enough in the paraglide, that should be fine though. Now onto the Codebreaker, pressed all the numbers, here comes the jump, no problem for him. The jump should be relatively easy to everyone who made it here. He's now onto the paraglider, onto the swinging bar. He takes the backward swinging strategy, swinging into the other direction first, and he completely skips the button. What? Interesting. We saw I think we saw Exotic do the last tournament, but that was a way easier swing than this one. Robotic Pie slips off the SAM ladder as well. Oh no. Next up is It's Vix BS. Is now off onto the double pipe stairs and he jumps too short and is out on the first obstacle. This stage is a bloodbath. Let's see if It's Me Ninja 005 can change that. He's off onto the domino pipe stairs, making it through, and is now onto the wind chimes. The wind chimes are tricky obstacles because the swinging of the previous chime determines how the next one is gonna swing, and that's hard to figure out for some people. But he has made it through them without much issue and is onto the code breaker. Here comes the jump, and he's now coming up on the other side, getting out of this cave. You don't want to be in the cave obviously because the cave is dark. Actually it's pretty well lit up, but whatever. He's now onto the paraglider and he's swinging a little sideways. That might be an issue, and it seems like he can't quite reach the button to get the bar up. Or maybe he's trying to skip it. Oh, he loses control of the swing and slips off. Next up, Nest Ninja 5. Now on the start line and off he is. He's taken a sort of sideways jump strategy. Haven't seen that yet, but it worked out. Onto the wind chimes, taking a second swing on the second one and third one as well. Taking 2 swings seems to be quite consistent so far for Robotic as well as Ness, who's now onto the code breaker, taking a bit more time. He probably couldn't reach the 2 from where he was standing, but that's fine. He's now coming up onto the paraglider, 2 obstacles to go. This obstacle is really not easy. I've buffed it a lot since last tournament, but Ness presses the button and now just has to transition onto the double dipper, and he misses, jumps too late. And with that we're already down to only 3 people, the ones taking the hard path, starting with Jamie DeReno. These people got 10 extra seconds, so they can chill a little bit. It's now between Rich and Jamie for whoever becomes last mobile player standing. If Jamie can clear this course, it's him. If he cannot, or she, I'm not sure, they will have to make it further on the SAM ladder than Rich did. Got plenty of time, 37 seconds left. Now press the button on the paraglider. Having a pretty stable swing, it looks like. And jumps up to the double dipper and to the other. No! Jamie slips off. Next up is Tech Meister 11. Now off onto the cameraman. There we go. Only 2 people left to go. That's going quite fast. Tech taking some extra time, small breaks on the wind chime. Making it through with minimal swings though, impressive. A unique strategy, but it worked out. Next through the code breaker, not really a tough obstacle, just a time waster. That doesn't really matter for Jamie, Tech and Exotic because they've all got 10 seconds extra. Tech is now onto the paraglider, taking his time to swing because he's got it, and you know, if you've got extra time, use it. He's making good use of that, taking it safe and steady, and is now onto the SAM ladder. Let's see if we can finally see, yeah, whatever. Let's see if we can finally see our first clear. These obstacles aren't perfect, they're barely good enough to the point where they're working, but Tech has made the first on the SAM ladder so far, 1 jump to go, and the dismount, but the time is running low, 3 seconds left, but he's made it! If I had to give the stage name, it would be the Rapid Bloodbath. Only 1 clear and 1 final comparator to go, Exotic Miller. Let's see if he can clear again. He's good with speed, he's got the fastest time on pretty much almost every single course I ever made. So speed shouldn't be an issue, plus he got the 10 extra seconds from clearing the fishbone path. He's now climbing up that truss and is onto the paraglider with a speed that would be well within bounds without the extra 10 seconds. The swing's looking a little bit uncontrolled, but no issue, he's made it through, taking a good boost onto the second double dipper and has dismounted. 30 seconds left onto the salmon ladder. He is indeed looking to get a fast time. He almost slipped off on that one cradle there, but he's made it through. He's now swinging and is about to clear with almost 20 seconds left. Before we continue, a quick congrats to Jamie Dorino for an impressive 5th place performance, Rish Squiggs making it all the way to 4th place and claiming his 3rd mobile player standing, just beating Jamie Dorino to it, and Robotic Pie for a strong 3rd place performance, almost clearing stage 2. Here we are once again on stage 3. Will this just be a repeat of last tournament, or are we gonna see someone overcome the stage? Starting off with Techmeister, just like last tournament. He's now onto the first obstacle, brand new, unscrewed, pretty simple concept. There's a bar, you swing, but if you swing once, the bar falls off. So you don't really get to build momentum or anything, you just kind of have to go for it and hope for the best. Tech has made it through with relatively ease, and now to the second obstacle, good old ring to the rush. We've all seen this last tournament, at least I hope that you did. Little modification, everything is a rush now, not just the middle part. But Tech's doing well onto the second part and is now running through the pegs retracting. It's not pegs, is it pegs? It is pegs. But Tech is through. Now onto the third obstacle, sinkholes. A bit to go, but you know, progress is progress. Sinkholes, pretty far jumps, and you kind of have to rush them because you literally sink in, so there's that. No time to waste once you start the obstacle. Of course, a lot of time you can waste before it. And he's off and he's jumping through, almost jumped a little early, but has made it through and is now onto the fourth obstacle. Making good progress off the stage. Here comes the Crystal Hanger. I've built many cliffhangers, I've built incredibly hard cliffhangers, this is probably the hardest I've built. And he fails the first jump, just slips off, oh well. One more to go. Here is Exotic Miller. Absolutely dominated this tournament so far, just like every tournament. Fastest time on stage 1, fastest time on stage 2. That's irrelevant now, it's all down to the stage. He's beat it before, but that was like 5 years ago, so let's see if he can do that again. He's going at a quick pace through the unscrewed and is now onto ring towards the rush. Onto the ring, and here comes the first jump, making progress through, and he slips off, and that's it. Exotic's out, and with that we have a last man standing. This time it is Techmeister getting further than Exotic Miller. Wait, hold up. There's no winner? Again? Does that mean I have to do another one of these? Oh no. You know what? 80 likes and I might consider it. Blop 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 blop. Blop blop blop. Blop 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 blop. Audio testing, yeah, looks good. Blop blop. But he does not. He's now onto the split decision, and he's taken the harder path, starting with the corner. I'll do that again. But he has made it through. Well done. Now to the split decision. The other path doesn't seem to be that famous so far. What's the word? He's off, taken through the jumping rings. What? Talking is hard, okay? Don't judge me. He has made it through the first section of the... Sometimes I just absolutely hate doing commentary, like